We are delighted to be bringing you the Rocket League action this morning live from Gamerfest. Two teams playing for a part of a €600 prize pool at Gamerfest X RLI. Bringing you the action this morning, I'm RLI X. Joining me on this broadcast is Ejam. And Ejam, we're looking forward to what should be a great match.
Oh, absolutely. You know, these players, they know each other so well at this stage. If you look at the collegiate scene, we have three of the SETU players up there. Shane sort of taking Shallow's spot there. Shallow thinks potentially he's maybe better than his teammates, teaming up with Shark and Rob Kiernan. Very strong teams on both sides now. I mean, it was a best of 7 in the qualifiers. They went to game 7 of the 7. Hopefully today again we'll see 7 games, but that's not quite the case because the winner of that matchup, of course, they have a 1-game lead going into today.
They absolutely do. And just to introduce you to the teams that will be playing today, sitting on the right side of the stage, for those of you sitting here in the audience, we do have Team TPS. They are the team that won when these two teams faced off in the open qualifiers, and as a result, Tomster, Panda and Shane do come into today with a 1-game advantage in this series. They only need to win 3 games in this best of 7 in order to win the lion's share of that €600 prize pool. Their opponents, sitting on the left side of the stage, the cars that will be playing in blue, our team Keeping It Lemons, and that is comprised of Shallow, Shark and Kiernan. It's going to be close either way. Sure, there's the 1-game advantage, but really it is either team's game to take here.
Absolutely. You know, when it goes to 7 out of 7 games in the qualifier, you know today, again, of course, that 1-game difference. How many times have we seen in these tournaments that that 1 game can be all the difference? We saw in Slovene Tomster taking that 1-game series against Shane and then ended up winning that series 4-3. We saw it over the Christmas tournaments. We see it so often that 1 game is so important. Goes to show how important the online qualifiers are. But of course, I think something to keep in mind here now is that Shane, Tomster and Panda have a bit more online stage experience in this scenario compared to the opposite team.
They definitely do. Now, both teams do have LAN experience. You know, all of these players have played on LAN before, and all of these players have played against each other plenty of times in the past. The Rocket League Ireland scene is generally big, surprisingly, compared to the size of the country, but still relatively small. So at the top level, at the top of what these guys are doing, they've still played against each other plenty of times. You can't help but run into each other over and over again in competition.
Absolutely, and I think something very exciting to see is Shark, very young prodigy coming up through the scene, only 15 years of age apparently. You know, that makes us look old here on the stage at the moment. But you're older than me. But then, you know, when you look at the likes of that, coming in with such a young age, so many big years, you know, peak gaming years, let's say, you know, as strange as it sounds, you know, obviously when you're younger and you're already that old, that high a level, you wonder what they're going to be able to do over the next 5 years. This could just be the first stage event out of many for Shark. As for some of the other players, of course, they have that experience, but now they're sort of getting to that stage of their career as well. You know, a few of the lads' final years in college, things like that, you know, not quite able to spend as much time on the game as they once used to, but I think it's a big opportunity for both players. Let's not forget about Kiernan and his experience as a pro player as well. Both sets of teams, very familiar playing with each other, very familiar playing against each other. But if you were to predict who's going to win this series, would you be able to call it here and now?
No, I wouldn't, and I'm not going to try as a result. I do think getting out to a strong early lead is going to be important in this series, and I think, you know, just starting off with that momentum, because especially in person, especially when you know the other guys, very easy to get inside their heads, very easy to start, you know, maybe making them shake a little bit up on stage there. That's going to be the goal here for both of these teams. Get out, game 1 of the series, start to put your mark on it.
Exactly, and of course we have the map rotation on everything today. You know, things are looking very, very professional. The lads are set up for a serious event. A lot of prize money on the line. You know, sometimes you see players mess around, have a bit of fun. When there's money on the line,
no,
and when you're in front
We're
of
still having fun here, Jam. Okay.
But as for the players, will the pressure of the occasion perhaps get to them?
It's always possible. You have to hope no, because I'm here hoping for high-quality Rocket League. I'm hoping for some great games, maybe a few flippery sets, maybe some high-quality team play goals as well. I reckon we're probably going to get a few of those, but, you know, it always helps when the nerves don't kick in. And once again, there's experience on both sides. And we can only say that so many times, but it does continue to hold true that all of these guys know what the job is today. They have a goal, and they will know what the steps are that they have to do it. They know they have to settle the nerves. You know you have to play the game that you're used to playing. You know, don't change what's going on just because you're on stage. Because if even one player on the team does start to succumb a little bit to those nerves, does start to struggle a little bit because all of a sudden they're in the LAN environment and there's people here watching live in front of you, it's not your bedroom at home, then just that one player starting to shift the playstyle really does make it a struggle for all of the players on the team as well to readjust around them.
I think that's something else important to keep in mind, is that a lot of these players at the RLI LAN events, let's say everyone in that room would be people that you know, players that you know, it doesn't really matter, there's no pressure, you look up, you recognize everybody, you know who everyone is in the room. If you're on the stage right now and you look out into the crowd, it's like, who are these people? You know, are they judging my playstyle? Do I need to try go for that extra fancy play just to try and impress people? You know, people might just, the occasion might maybe make them do one or two risky plays, and at this level of Rocket League, all risky plays will be punished.
I mean, some players do thrive off the LAN setting as well,
like
you
us.
know? Well, I don't know about us, EJAM. Our LAN career is storied, and it's not a pretty story, honestly. We've struggled a little bit on that. But there are players who absolutely do play up to the occasion, and again, some of these players are going to be able to show that today as well. They are going to be stepping up big in front of the audience here, and they are going to be putting on an absolutely massive performance. Once again, if anyone has wandered into the room, we are going to be playing a best of 7, and this is kicking things off on game 1. The team on the right side of the stage, TPS, coming through the upper bracket of the qualifiers, start with a 1-game advantage. The team on the left side, keeping it lemons from the lower bracket, need to win 4 matches to walk away with first place today.
And no crazy shenanigans off kickoffs. Looks like Shark now getting the ball upfield. Maybe a quick shot attempt, but Shane there able to get the save in the end. Trying to take it up the wall now. Met by Kieran and Tomster. 2-on-1 opportunity. Looking to get it over one. Panda going for the demo. Leaves it, but just the pressure of that 2-on-1 situation, the keeper had to jump, and it's very well done by the Setu teammates Tomster and Panda, making sure no save attempt can be made, forcing the own goal.
And this is the dream start for Team TPS. They have their 1-game lead coming in, having qualified through the upper bracket. They only need to win 3, 13 seconds into game 1, and they have a goal well worked off the 2v1 situation, and that will start to put pressure on. There's more pressure on Shark at the back now, easily collected, but Tomster oncoming gets the demo as well, and Shane is trying to go over the top but cut out in defense.
Panda now trying to recycle the play here. Kieran not the best touch, but still has a little bit of control. Only finds Tomster, good 50 in the end. But still in the keeping it 11 side of the field. Shallow now looking to clear the ball, still not able to do it. Running low on boost is his blue side, but now they're able to collect. Panda looking for a play. Missing the ball there, Shark was, and you can see it's looking a little bit scrappy in defense for keeping it 11. And if you're TPS right now, you want to keep it in this side of the pitch, try to find that second goal.
Yeah, just trying to settle the defense are keeping it lemon at the moment, and they haven't been able to. A lot of the game spent in that blue half at the moment, and we'll make another visit back now. Panda moves the ball forward, but it's a better clear coming through from Kieran. Still not really breaking the halfway line, but it's at least been stable there for the last 20 seconds or so, instead of the shots raining down on this blue net over and over. Good defense, good bullying of the ball out of that back corner, and now keeping it lemon, looking to move forward for the first time in a while.
First time all game perhaps, but just straight away cleared out. Shark now looking to recycle the play. No boost on the wall, still manages to get 50, and that ball's bouncing dangerously. Tomster takes over control, gets it clear, but now looks like keeping it lemon, looking for a bit of pressure here. Kieran popping it over one. Panda against the wall, that could be dangerous, but cleared out by Tomster. And keeping it lemon out, they're looking to slowly claw their way back into this game, but TPS, their defense has been organized. There's been no double commits. You feel like it's going to have to be a special team passing play to maybe break down this defense at the moment.
Yeah, or demos. There's Kieran clearing out the defense at the back. There's a little bit of space opened up. It's off the back wall. Shark is going to get bumped out of the way. Excellent defensive bump from Tomster to prevent any follow-up, and now a breakaway chance for TPS. Over the top they go. Good save on the line. Tomster with the follow-up doesn't miss those.
And again, it's the breakaway ball coming through. Panda does very well to keep control of that. Shadow gets the clear, but it's the pressure on the line. Again, look at Shane in the net looking to clean up defenders. TPS, they're so scary on these breakaway plays. They have that 2-goal cushion now, and keeping it lemon, you know, you can see Kieran, he was going for the demos, he was opening up the space, but unfortunately the teammates weren't there to just follow up on the play. They need to try something different. A shot attempt here, it's high. The second shot, it's a great save, but in the end, Shallow pokes it in, and Panda, that was some display of defense there. Just unfortunate not to be able to keep it out. Oh, it was actually Tomster. And yeah, the final touch in the end, it was close, but keeping it lemon, you feel like they needed that goal. They were just being shut out all game. It's a 1-goal lead again for TPS. They need to work hard to get that 2-goal lead, but again, Nua, it's these breakaway plays, it's the counter-attack that's really winning them the game at the moment. You know, how long can you keep soaking up defense and going for counter-attack plays? You need to try something offensive, you need to try something different. Yes, you have the lead, absolutely, but keeping it lemon, if you start letting them get comfortable on offense, you know, they're not going to let you break away with all that boost on the counter-attack play.
No, they're definitely not. And I will say, I think over the last 90 seconds of play, there's been 1 goal for each team. It's keeping it lemon who are the team being proactive at the moment, but maybe a little bit too proactive. Once again, space at the back, the shot down and under the defense. And it is a third for TPS, as keeping it lemon just can't seem to keep the players back when they need them.
Yeah, and it was a mistouch by Kieran there. You could see Shallow was trying to read Panda, but Panda smartly leaves it, hit the underside of his car, make sure that Shallow gets sent to the ceiling. Meanwhile, the wall works its way down. It's very smart play, very smart play from Panda, just realising that in the moment, little opportunity here for Shallow, unable to find anything. But TPS, again, it's these quick breakaway plays, but capitalising on mistakes as well. Keeping it lemon, they need to keep their defense consistent if they want to perhaps come back in this game.
Yeah.
You feel like at this level it's hard to find 2 goals in a minute and a half, but we've seen stranger things happen over the years.
We definitely have, and it's not out of the question at all. That early goal, though, against keeping it lemon has really done them a disservice this game. They've been chasing it from 13 seconds in, and that has led to a couple of those other breakaway goals. A little bit of desperation, even in game 1 of the series, as they overcommit to the attack, as they push too many cars forward. They are struggling to find the balance now with just over a minute left on the clock, needing 2 goals. There's 3 players in blue sitting inside their own half, and they're struggling to get the ball clear. Now is the time to show a little bit of that aggression. Now is the time to commit everything you have to finding these tie-up goals.
I think something so important about this game as well is, of course, as we were talking about, the 1-game advantage that TPS have going into this series. All of a sudden, it could be 2-0 up in the series after the first game. Keeping it 11 would have loved to get this first victory, make this series even straight away, but unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to happen with 35 seconds left, as Shallow and Kiernan looking to try get the ball out. You can see them all on the same side of the pitch. Rotations not really clean. They're looking a little bit desperate. 25 seconds now. TPS, they just need to defend well, not have a dramatic double commit, but an opportunity here. Great save from Tomster, keeping the game at 3-1.
That's a huge save from Tomster. That will just about lock up game 1. And if keeping it lemon, we're kind of struggling to adjust to what they needed to do. If they were kind of chasing the game from early here in game 1, they are now already, as you say, Jam, chasing the series. They're going to be 2-0 down on stage with only 1 game played. And they were chasing that game the entire way. Look, it doesn't look like the position that they're going to thrive in. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that was, I think it was such an important start for TPS, getting that goal 13 seconds in, because you don't want to allow the opposite team to get that momentum. You don't want them to allow that series to be tied up. Now, with that 1-game lead, on top of winning the upper bracket game, you're 2 games up in the series. You just need to get 2 more wins to take home that prize pool money. Meanwhile, keeping it lemons, they need to get 4 wins. If they win this next game, all of a sudden it's a reverse sweep. This next game is so important that Lemons, they get the victory. Otherwise, TPS, I mean, they're 1 game away. We could just look at a 3-game sweep. It could be over just like that.
And we are kind of talking a lot about keeping it lemon as kind of the driving force in that game. And I do think at times they were the team, most of the time, they were being the team that was more proactive. But the issue for them there is the TPS are looking so comfortable on the defensive. They're looking so happy to sit back, absorb the pressure, pick their moments, and go for the big counter-attack. Is that the story of our second game here on stage as well? Or can keeping it lemon get out to a lead and show us what they can do from in front?
Yeah, keeping it lemon, they need to get this first goal. It just, the whole series could depend on it, because so many times we see a game that has lots and lots of goals, and then there's other games where it could be a goal in the first 10 seconds and that's it for the whole game. Again, it's series point for TPS. If they win this game, but that's exactly what we were talking about. That's so important for keeping it lemon. They need to win this game. They cannot allow TPS to be on series points this early into the series. It will just be terrible. Where's the mental game right there? We talk about the experience. and the experience that Shane, Panda and Tomster have at these events.
Oh.
That's where it's needed, but Shane looking for a quick pop. It's saved by Shallow in the end. Panda, that's high and no shot opportunity here. You can see the 3 defenders were back anyways. Tomster going back, collect a bit of boost, maybe start an attack of their own, actually waiting for it, very smart, almost gets it over Shallow, but Shallow, good defense.
Ooh, good collection by Shane, made a second attempt on goal possible, hasn't resulted in anything just yet. Now Shark moving up the field, it's dangerous in front of the net at the moment, but there's not really the follow-up just yet. Shallow into the middle, cleared out cleanly by Panda onto Shane's car, and they're looking for a breakaway, but this game around, keeping it Lemon are not giving it to them underneath, going for the reset. Shark into the corner, what a goal!
And we're talking about experience. Shark, the youngest player on this field right now, fakes Panda, gets that second touch past Tomster, who needs experience when you can make plays like that, using up every single bit of boost in the tank to make that happen. And 2-goal lead a minute in, keeping it Lemon. They're looking warmed up now.
Yeah, and here's the thing, as we'll hold, that's good defense. Keeping it Lemon are still sending a lot of players forward. They're still massively committing on these attacks, but that's fine, as long as you actually score when you do that, and they won't this time around. And once again, here's the issue. You don't score, you've committed 3 players, you're just going to concede at the other end of the pitch.
And you could see that they were feeling it there. Rob Kiernan going for the flip reset. And remember we were saying, is it really necessary to make that risky play? You really have to go for that.
Yes.
You do, I guess. When
you're
2 goals up, I guess you can. But now it's a 1-goal game, maybe not do that again until you get that 2-goal push.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely not necessary to continue to play risky, but if that is the play style, hey, just keep it going. But again, just make sure you are actually scoring on those. It's been 4 times now that TPS have managed to capitalize on too many cars in the orange half for keeping it Lemon. They've just left themselves too exposed too often, and maybe there's a chance for TPS to crack open the defense one more time. Good defense off the back wall. Kieran with a very, very long clear. Shane just sends it right back to the midfield where it is cut out briefly by Shallow. Clash in the air. The 50 goes the way of Kieran, clearing it as far as Tomster, trying to get it to the middle of the pitch. Good pass into the middle of the field. Shallow setting up Shane a little bit on that one. The ball slowing down a little bit over this passage of play. Both teams now finally taking the time to feel each other out a little bit, trying to probe the defense for weakness rather than just sending it straight at the brick wall that it is.
Yeah, of course, I think something that's so important at this level of Rocket League is keeping possession. You know, every time you hit the ball, it has to be at a teammate, it has to be a shot on net or a ball into space where you can collect as the counter-attack. Not quite coming through this time, but that's a nice little pass. It works out in the end, and that's 3-1, keeping it Lemon. And I mean, look.
There's an argument that Shallow should have just scored there. Yeah. Shallow probably should have just taken the first touch and hit it in. As it was, Shark had a lot of work to do on that final shot. There were 2 defenders who had made it back in time to cover it off. But Shark on the finish, that final touch, 2 times now, the last 2 goals for keeping it Lemon, has been a beautiful final touch from Shark. He has that angle broad across the face of net, and it has resulted in this 3-1 lead, less than half the game to go, and keeping it Lemon, they're looking to get on the overall scoreboard. Shark underneath one more time. There's a second defender waiting.
Yeah, and I'm very credit to Shark. He was in the right place at the right time, and that's a communication thing as well.
Yeah.
Shallow straight away recognising, I don't have this shot, someone get in position. You know, so many times you see players just rotate back, it's in the net. No, you have to be in the right place at the right time. If Shark missed, that could have ended up being a little tragic, and a counter-attack opportunity. Kiernan with a great save there. Ooh. Quick pass to Shallow. Shallow again, leaving it for Shark. No, not quite, but you know what? You're still 3-1 up in this game.
Listen, obviously Shallow should still be scoring those, but there then was 3 players in blue sitting in front of net, and the confusion results in no clean shot being taken. Arguably, should be 4-1 now for Lemon, and keep that in the back of your mind as we enter the final 90 seconds. If TPS can get one more goal here in the dying seconds, then all of a sudden the end of this game is going to be very, very tense indeed.
Yeah, but you can see now, you know, this sort of scrappy play, 50s everywhere, this works for keeping it Lemon, you know. It's time taken off the clock every time, and if they're able to just, you know, take aerials like this and just pinch it off the defender, I mean, that works too. And now it's 4-1, and you feel like keeping it Lemon, they've got their game in this series. Will be tragic if they throw this one. If they throw this one, not only are you throwing a 3-goal lead with a minute left to play, you're like, it's series points as well.
Yeah.
And what's that going to do for the mentality, knowing that you have to win 4 games in a row now after you just threw a 3-goal lead in a minute?
It would be disastrous, I think is the only word that could be applied in that situation. It's not looking very likely at the moment. They are sitting 3 goals to the good, and it's going to be very difficult to come back. 1 goal here needs to go in. That needs to go in from Panda for any chance for TPS to come back in this one, because the clock is not their friend right now. 1 more surely wraps it up for Keeping It Lemon. If they haven't wrapped it up already, they can't find the back of the net either. As we enter our final 30 seconds, the 3-goal lead remains strong. Keeping It Lemon are looking to bring this back within 1 game.
And I don't think there's any tactical timeouts in this one. You can see the bumps on the defense as well, really making sure that TPS have no time to score. Tomster not really able to do anything there, just knocks it into the corner. It's a good pass mid, but Panda not able to find the angle. Crazy shot angle not to be found. And with 10 seconds now, this game is all but over. It's going to be 2-1 in this series to TPS. And of course, that's the importance of that one series, that 1 game lead in the series. Panda just hits it down, Keeping It Lemon. It's 2-1 to TPS in this series, 1-1 on the day. But that's, again, the importance. All of these online qualifiers, every series counts to allow you to have that cushion, to have that comfortableness.
And we'll remind everyone that these 2 teams did meet in that online qualifier, and it was Team TPS who managed to take the win, but it took them 7 games to do it. 4-3 the final scoreline in the series. And as a result, they start today with a 1-game difference. As you say, the online qualifiers look like they are potentially going to be the difference maker still today, because this time around, if both teams win 3 games, that's not, we go to game 7 and it's anyone's game. No, that's Team TPS walking away as today's winner.
Yep, but there's still plenty of time left in this series. Potentially another, that's in my head, 4 games to go.
Potentially.
There we go, potentially. We could want to see it.
You can do 6-2 live in front of an audience. Well done, very impressive.
Yeah, qualified maths teacher. But anyway, that's the sort of scary thing there that I'm thinking about these things. But the players, what are they thinking about?
You got to reset if you're TPS. Look, game 1, the strategy worked, sitting back, absorbing the pressure and managing to get your breakaway goals. The issue with that strategy is if the opponents just get a little bit more on it, and Keeping It Lemon did in that game, those defense strategies just don't work as well. All of a sudden, they're finding ways around the defense. They're looking just a little bit sharper, and you get not only less counter-attacking opportunities, but you need more of them in order to get back into the game. So TPS, it's up to them to make the adjustment as we enter game 3, and an early goal, once again, would help them out a lot with that. There's a chance, but great defense from Rob Kiernan.
Yeah, great defense. TPS looking to try get that started nice and quickly. Shallow. Good pass in field, no one there to meet it in the end. Tomster collects now, beats 1. Panda, well, Tomster wasn't quite there again. Shane was in field, not maybe the great trash choice. That's almost pinched into the net, just wide at the post in the end. And you feel like there's a sense of urgency in this game now. Both teams knowing how important that early goal lead has been so far in this series.
Yeah, looking to pick one up as fast as possible. And it's TPS who are on the hunt at the moment. It's a struggle to get this ball clear at the moment for Keeping It Lemon, and they still won't. It remains in field. Shark with very low boost, just putting that in. Tomster over the top. It's punched down into the middle, and that's finally a good clear coming through. It means a bit of pressure on Shane, but a good first touch beats the oncoming man.
Yeah, Kiernan now knocking it in field. Shallow looking to try something fancy there, unable to find it. Panda booming clear. It's only going to meet Shallow in the corner. That touch had to be careful, and it was. And now Tomster, awkward position here, trying to block Shark's shot, unable to find it in the end. But Panda, good rotations back, gets the touch, looking to maybe get the ball in field, collected by Kiernan. An opportunity here now, has the flip, gets it over Shane, but Tomster able to meet Shallow in the air. Good defense again, and this is the longest we've gone without a goal. As I say that, Panda shuts me up, but still the longest we've had without that opener. And both teams this time around, they looked a lot more solid in midfield, but guess what, Nua? It's another counter-attacking goal for TPS.
Yeah, and I mean, this really is it. I think arguably Keeping It Lemon have had the better offense and the worst defense in this series, and that really has been the deciding factor. You know, TPS are looking very consistent across the board, just very solid in their rotations, players where they should be on the pitch most of the time. Keeping It Lemon have those moments of magic on attack. They're also having those kind of head empty moments on defense where all of a sudden there's nobody there to save.
Yeah, and you can see boost full for TPS at the moment. Only
dear.
Shallow with a full tank on Keeping It Lemon, and Shark, well, nearly capitalising on a mistake there. TPS, you can't be doing that too much more often, as now it's Tomster looking for Panda infield, gets the touch, back to Tomster trying to knock it down, but defense in the end, Kieran able to take it away.
Yeah, absolutely clutch there in defense for keeping it Lemon, managing to keep themselves within one. Shark in the middle of the pitch has half a tank of boost, but is not going to be able to make any use of it. That's a lot of speed from Shallow. It's a ball pinched off the top of the opponent's car. Infield we go. Tried to get the bump, couldn't find it. Follow up from Kieran though is there, and sending 3 players to the goal line has worked out this time.
It has, and you can just see just keeping the pressure on. Panda, you know, had to try clear whatever way you could. Kieran, right place, right time. If that got past Kieran, again, you're looking at it all of a sudden 2-on-1 attack versus defense. And keeping it Lemon on the defensive side of that, wouldn't have liked to be in that situation. We know what TPS are capable of in those counter-attacking opportunities, as Shane gets the ball clear. Now Kieran touching it down, only able to find Tomster. That's going to bounce nicely, but Shark able to clear it out in the end. Panda unable to find that second touch, but the ball still in this corner of the pitch again, bouncing around there. Which side has more boost to keep the ball? For now, it looks like Shallow looking to slow it down, cleared out in the end, and Tomster looking a little awkward there for a second, just gives the ball back to Shark, flying up to the ceiling now and keeping it Lemon. You know what, they're enjoying the spell of pressure at the moment, but good save in the end, and you can see now they have 2 defenders back, their defensive rotations, they're working out a lot better. Of course, this game, again, TPS, they're only 1 win away from series point, keeping it Lemon, they're going to need 2 wins to be in that position. It's 1 on all the day, it's 2-1 in the series overall because of that 1 game advantage coming into the day, and now a counter-attacking opportunity for keeping it Lemon almost working out for them. Ball bouncing very awkwardly now at TPS and keeping it Lemon, double commits everywhere, but for now the scoreline remains 1-1.
90 seconds remain in what could be a very important game for this series. Chance blocked away. Kieran just sitting underneath this ball, half tank of boost, and is over the top of 1. Panda able to clear it. Over the last couple of minutes, TPS have been the team in control of those 100 boost pads on the pitch. It's keeping it Lemon on the back foot a little bit, and that's a difficult sentence to say, but they have been making the most of their clears when they get them. They have still threatened a couple of times on that orange net themselves, and here's one more threat. Big clear from Tomster. It's going to be a challenge in the air. The 50 is good. Who's underneath it? Shallow. First under there, and Shane just has to settle for the second touch. As that's a great clear as far as Shark. It's open on net, and that'll be the goal. It's keeping it Lemon, who finally are the team to take advantage of a counter-attack of their own. The first they've really found this series, and it's TPS in a stalemated game who eventually creep a little bit too far forward.
And again, it's Shark in the right place at the right time, being able to read these clears from his teammates, pushing up early. Sometimes it gets punished, but now that the defensive rotations for keeping it Lemon are so much clearer, it's working out really well for them. And if keeping it Lemon can just hold on or maybe find another goal within these next 35 seconds or so, all of a sudden the series will be all tied up, and the winner of the next game will be on series point. Now, you always feel like those first 1 or 2 games are a bit of a freebie, but now both teams are completely warmed up. Shane, that was risky. Works out in the end at 20 seconds. Nua, TPS, they have to find something.
It has to be this play. It has to be now. It's been cleared down to the other end of the pitch. That's a boost steal away as well, it looked like, from keeping it Lemon. It means it's just that little bit harder for TPS to get anything going here. 5 seconds remain. It's a big miss. Tomster trying to push it forward. Tomster trying to go alone. Blocked down in the corner. Shark just trying to drop that ball to ground. It's high, and until that ball drops, it won't be over. It's over now. Keeping it Lemon have tied this series up.
And that was such a smart play as well, sort of faking, keeping the ball up, forcing Panda to just charge in, use all of the boost. Doesn't just hits the ground in the end, you know. Just that was actually smart. Sometimes you anticipate the hit from the opposition, but the fake challenge there doing a lot of work. Very cheeky, if I say so. Just baiting the player out of position, and then need to get back in there. Not able to get it in the end, and the series is all tied up now. It's now practically a best of 3.
Exactly. 2 more game wins, and you walk away as the winner of Gamerfest X RLI. Keeping it Lemon have brought it back after starting behind, coming through the open qualifiers, dropping a game as a result of losing to Team TPS there. After a slow start, TPS really were the team who showed up quickest in Game 1. Keeping it Lemon are the team that really have been in control of the last couple of games. They've been a bit more proactive. This game looked a lot better for TPS than Game 2 did. It looked like they were a lot more making moves rather than just reacting to what their opponent was doing. Unfortunately for them, they still just don't quite have the finishing there. They're not managing to create opportunities in the same way that Keeping It Lemon are.
Yeah, and you could see it in the first two games. You know, it was a lot of counter-attacking opportunity that tried.
Yeah.
That got them the goals. In the end, you can see now that Keeping It Lemons, because their defensive rotations are so much cleaner, they're not over-committing players at all. TPS, they're struggling to break down that defense. And again, Shark, the player with the least experience here, is the one getting these goals. Is the player having that great game sense, just being in the right place at the right time, needs to keep it up, needs to not allow the pressure of the occasion get them. This is where experience might come in, you know, when you're close to reaching it and then something like this happens, let's say.
It was 13 seconds in game 1 for the first goal for TPS. It's 17 seconds in game 5, or game 4 on the day. But this could be a decisive one. Whichever team does win here moves immediately to match point. They will be looking to close the series out cleanly from there. And Keeping It Lemon, they look to find themselves in the position where once again they have to fight back, where once again they start from behind. And the answer is going to be that they're going to have to do it by 2. I don't know if they have an answer to this one, because this is starting to fall apart very quickly.
Yeah, TPS, I mean, that's where the experience comes in, you know. At the end of the day, a loss is a loss.
Yeah.
You know, just start the next game. Don't try too hard to come back from a lost game, let's say. Sometimes you just need to accept defeat and you're just like, right, we go next. And what a start it's been. 2 goals in 30 seconds, you know. Again, looking for a third goal here. TPS looking to make a statement game here now. Remind Keeping It Lemon that this is what we're capable of doing. And, well, look, you're a minute into the game, you're 2 goals down. That's a lot of work trying to break into this game when you played so cleanly last game. Looking for a play this game, but the bump does all the work. And again, that's just the response that's needed. Shark, great ball control. Doesn't quite get the flip reset, but because Shallow's able to bump the defense out of position, the net's left wide open.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know some people, cough cough, Artemis loves to miss open nets in RLI. No. Shark doesn't.
Yeah, and that was actually Shallow not just bumping 1 defender out of the way, managed to clear out 2. So playing full bodyguard for Shark on that one. Shark might need the help on this occasion. The first shot goes wide and the follow-up misses as well. Keeping It Lemon have to settle for staying 1 goal behind. Musty from Panda going underneath, not able to. Shallow reading the play well. Tomster tries to go underneath as well. And Tomster and Shane just stop in front of that ball. 4 cars parked around that one, and the result is a cleared ball and a chance for Kieran to move downfield, passing it straight into Tomster's waiting hands. But it's just an opportunity to pick his pocket to go over the top. Shane will launch it long down the middle of the pitch. 1v1, Kieran comes out on top. The defense holding at the moment for TPS. They're just waiting, biding their time, looking for a breakaway chance, and maybe they found it. Ball is loose and high inside that blue half, and it's Panda on the follow-up.
Yep. Shane now looking to pop it in field, but Sharks left with the ball. It's a good pass to Kieran. Panda has to get the touch here, does so off the ceiling, back down, and everything's looking a little shaky for both teams at the moment. You know, they're just trying to rotate in defense, but that's a big 50. Shallow, though, definitely wasn't expecting that. Couldn't really free position for a 50 like that. You know, that's unfortunate. Kieran now beat by Shallow, and the shot, the post, saving Keeping It Lemon there. That was a risky 180 turn, but this is looking.
They've been caught out a little bit there again. The defense once again not quite being there on a breakaway chance, but this time around the shot wasn't on target. It hits the post and they're absolutely A-OK. As Panda in the middle of the pitch is looking to go hard again, and it's Tomster trying to carry it out of defense now. Shark is up to meet a good 50. Where's the follow-up? It's going to be Kieran beating out Shane to that ball. Tomster is just going to leave it. Good communication in defense as Panda tries to carry it across this halfway line, tries to meet up with a teammate, does so. It's off the back wall. Follow up one more time, but Tomster can't hit the target. It's the post, but Shane can slam that one home, and it's a 3-1 lead for TPS.
Yeah, and it was just so awkward for all the defense there, but Shane, right place, right time, absolutely banged that into the upper corner, getting that 2-goal cushion back. Still a lot of time left in this game now. Still a lot of time for Keeping It Lemon to come back. But
120 seconds.
How many times do we say that and then TPS are just going to get like 4 goals or something?
Could be. Could well be. They could really extend that gap and put this game beyond reach at this point. They're on the hunt once again. Shane looking for a teammate, but there's no one there. There comes Panda finally. Not who you normally think of if you think of kind of, you know, a predator animal, but on the hunt nonetheless in this particular occasion. as Panda will be trying to push this one forward. It is Panda with the shot. It's a good save. Managed to clear away there by Shark. And it will be Shark once again to try and find a teammate. It's just left it for Tomster instead. Where are the cars in orange? Where's the clear from anyone in blue? As they try to clear their lines, they need to clear their lines. They're running out of time to get one back on the board and to give themselves a chance in the dying seconds of this game.
But unfortunately, TPS now, they're the ones with the clean defensive rotations. Kiernan, opportunity here, but look how quick Panda's up, intercepting the ball, making sure Kiernan cannot use any of his mechanics whatsoever. Tomster now looking for Panda, but very good defense from Shallow. Shane now, bit awkward, just knocking it to the corner, allows Shallow, but not the touch there now, and look at all this boost being wasted by keeping it Lemon just to clear the ball. It's a great second touch from Shallow, does find Kiernan in the end, but there's two TPS players on the line. Where those game one demos open up the defense, you need to try something different. As Kiernan now off the ceiling, Shallow unable to get it past Shane, and again Nua, TPS, they're loving this position where the ball's just constantly in the air, using up so much boost, wasting so much time. They need to find that quick counter. A Shark looking to maybe go for an air dribble over one, unable to get by the second, but you feel like something has to happen right now in order for Keeping It Lemon to take this game.
Yeah, 20 seconds remain, 2 goals down. They need to score now, and then they need one off the kickoff, and it just feels like maybe it'll be too little, it'll be too late. Shades of game one all over again. Once TPS pick up a lead, they are loath to let go of it. Keeping It Lemon, when chasing a game, do not seem like the same team. TPS will pick up a win, and with that, they move to match point. They move to tournament point here at Gamerfest X RLI.
Yeah, what a statement that was, getting those 2 goals in the first 30 seconds. That's exactly what they needed. Remind Keeping It Lemons that, you know, we're still here. We're still here to play. And now, again, it might be 2 all on the day, but that one game, as you said, so important, so important. Series point.
Huge.
Keeping It Lemon, they need to win the next 2 games if they're to win the series.
I reckon they've got at least one in them.
At least one.
But they need to not lose a game in the middle of getting at least one there as well, or it is all over. It's going to be tense. But that was almost exactly game 1 again, right? Early goal, game 1 it was 13 seconds. Game 4 just here, it was 17 seconds. And once TPS get that early goal, they went on to get another quick one. And Keeping It Lemons, when they are the team that's behind from early on, when they're chasing that game, they just feel a little bit panicked immediately. The clears don't look as clean. There's less kind of commitment on attack. Sure, they're still sending players forward, but they just feel a little bit less confident in every move that's being made. And it results in them not getting as many goals. It results in them not being able to pull it back. So it is going to be so important here in Game 5 that Keeping It Lemon find an early goal, or at least don't concede one. Pay no attention to the scoreline, Ejam. It is currently 3-2 in favor of TPS. They are on tournament point right now. Keeping It Lemon, they are in do or die situation. They need to win 2 games back to back.
And you know we love our fun facts, Noah Lakes. Are you ready for your fun fact?
I love a fun fact.
Whoever scores first wins.
Yep, that's been the case entire series, all day long. The first goal has predicted the winner of that game, and it is a first goal for Keeping It Lemon. They will move 1-0 up. It took them 18 seconds, and their opponents have done it at 13 and 17 seconds in the 2 games that they won, so it is a little bit slow, but it is still very early. It is going to be Keeping It Lemon in control of this game from the opening seconds.
Yeah, as straight away, Keeping It Lemon looking for a potential second, unable to find it right now. Kiernan bumped out of the way of the air dribble as Tomster looking to make something happen by himself. As now it's Shallow in the corner looking for a teammate mid. Sharks up, unfortunately Shane's up quicker. And now Kiernan looking to get that past the defense, unable to find it. Panda now looking to get out of the way, unable to do anything. And again, the ball's very much back and forward as Shark knocking it infield again, unable to find anything, and it's so close at the moment, but neither defense giving out yet as TPS looking for a little counter-attack opportunity here. 3 defenders in the way though. That was a risky touch from Shallow, but no, I think he had it calculated. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, needed to get that one clear. Did so. Defense stands strong on the line, and now the counter-attack. Tomster, awkward touch, still manages to find a teammate over in that corner. And Panda is a good 50 to try and get it away. There's mediocre boost on the defense at the moment, but it's enough to get along clear. Off the post we go. Kieran with a save. That defense vanished for a second for keeping it lemon. They're lucky not to be tied up here.
Yeah, it's Shane going for a low 50. Nothing really comes of it in the end, but Panda, a little bit of boost to work with here. Has the flip reset, gets it, but Shallow very well reads it in the end. And here's that counter-attack opportunity. The net
has to go in.
It's open, but Shallow running out of boost to wrap himself around the ball as second shot opportunity causes a double commit in the defense. It's Shane now, not quite able to get the ball clear, but that's an awkward bounce for Shallow, unable to get anything. Gets the 50 in the end. Panda, crucial to get a touch there. Kieran knocks it into the corner, looking for a second touch, unable to find it. Shane finally clearing it, and it's still 1-0 in this game now. It's still a very, very close game. Of course, it is 3-2 to TPS. I know it says 2-all on the screen, but if TPS win this game, they win the series.
Yeah. It's all to play for at the moment as we crest the halfway mark of what could be our final game. Panda can't get much done. Bit of a miss on the defense there. That's fine. Call it a fake. Shallow is the first to follow up on it, and it's going to be a chance for Tomster to put it in. Across the face of the net we go. It's repeated attempts at chances for TPS, but none of them have resulted really in a shot. None of them really challenged the defense. That final shot easily cleared away, and now it's Shark looking to go long. It's Shark over the top, and it's a 2-0 lead as keeping it lemon will move up 2-0 in a must-win game for them, as you can see, because it's 3-2 on the scoreboard.
It is, absolutely. And that was crucial for Shark, absolutely huge. Crucial, you know. It looks like we could be going to a game 7, well, game 6, but you know, the all-important decider.
We're calling it game 7. We'll just avoid confusion, E-Jam. It's going to be game 7 if we get there. It's going to be the decider of this tournament. Shallow is just getting fancy with it in front of net, nearly helped by an opponent to get that one into the top corner, not quite able to. Kieran goes back, collects boost off the ceiling, trying to get it to the halfway line. Saved up by Panda. Shallow is so quick, and this is the difference between a keeping it lemon that get the first goal and keeping it lemon that concede before 20 seconds are up. They look proactive, they look confident, the defense is solid, and they are holding TPS scoreless in a game that they have to win.
They do, and again, whoever scores first, they win the game. True. You know, it's both teams. They can play when they're ahead, but they struggle to play when they're behind. You know, but going to game 7 now, potentially. Just think about the pressure that's going to be on the players as we see an uncharacteristic miss from Shallow there. Tomster knocking it high. Shark, counter-attack opportunity. You can see Kieran looking for the demo, but sort of stranded in the air after that jump. But it's good from keeping it lemon, keeping it in the corner. They don't need to score, they just need to waste time, and they need to make sure that they're in defense if there's a counter-attack opportunity. But all of a sudden, they're going to be sweating just a little bit in this last 48 seconds. Great redirect from Panda. God. That's a moment of magic that you're going to need. Is there one more of them? Is there one more of them in this game? Can we make it to overtime? Or could TPS potentially score 2 in the next 45 seconds?
There's always the possibility. It'll start by being in the right area of the pitch, and they are at the moment. This blue half is where they need to live for the final 30 seconds of this game. Panda just lets that ball bounce, doesn't manage to pick up the 100 boost, and that could turn out to be important. Panda is now stranded in the wrong side of the pitch with 0 boost in the tank. That has slowed this entire attack down, just based off the fact that Panda did not win the race to that boost, and it has led keeping it lemon to reset here, to buy more time off that clock. They sit 1 goal up. They look to bring us to a game 7. It's on target. It's a save from Kieran. 10 seconds remain. Infield we go. Panda's up for it. Panda off the back wall. Shark is sitting there. 1 more shot. It's off the post. 1 more time. It's in the air. The finish. It isn't. It bounces. And the next time it bounces, this game is over. Shane will take it to the back wall. Misses. Dropping for Panda. Keeping it in the air 1 more time. Tomster launches it down to Panda, who's trying to beat them. Shark with the final touch. Shark tried to save the game, but somehow it's still not over. Into the middle of the pitch we go, and it's finally down. Shark will kill them all.
And you can see sighs of relief from the players on the stage. That was so close. If you're TPS, that was a little dangerous at the end. Maybe 1 or 2 of those shots if you just got the wrap around, but you cannot let that get into your head now. We are going to game number 7 now. Everything is dependent on these next 5 minutes. Which set of players have the ice? Which of these players are going to be the ones to take home the cash prize? It's too hard to tell.
E-Jam, both of these teams kind of deserve it at this point. They both put on a massive performance. We did have TPS winning in that open qualifier. We've said it to death at this point, but they did win in 7 games in that open qualifier to earn their 1-game advantage here. Team Keeping It Lemons have not let that go to their heads. They have not let that get inside them. They have brought this back. We go to the final game of this series. Whoever wins here is your Gamerfest X RLI champion. They will walk away with the crown, and it is up to, well, one of these teams to score first. It has held true all series long. Whoever scores first wins, and this time around, it's Shark.
Right, so we can just call it off now, can't we? We can just
No, we're going to play it out, Echan, because I reckon this time around there could be the comeback. TPS are not going to let this one go quietly.
Now, we haven't seen an overtime this series so far.
I'd love an overtime in Game 7. Give it to me.
If there's a time, you know, we have the script in front of us here. It has to go to overtime. We need that big dramatic 10-minute overtime, but that's exactly the start that Keeping It Lemon would have wanted, as Kieran, good cut of rotation there, keeping his team safe, looking to make the play here. I'm not really quite sure what the play was there, but who cares? You're still winning 1-0 in this series. TPS, so much time to find that equaliser, as Shane looking to make it happen, met by Kieran in the air. Panda now meeting Shark in the air. Shallow looking to make something happen, but again, Keeping It Lemon, they're not going for that crazy overcommit, you know, offensive play. They have their lead. They can afford to play it safe. 4 minutes left now at lots of time. If you're Keeping It Lemon, those are going to be a long 4 minutes. If your TPS, time is moving very quickly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's very different situations for both of these teams right now. TPS have had 2 pretty comfortable wins in this series. They did win the last time these 2 teams met, but they do find themselves kind of a little bit behind, I would say, going into this final game. The teams are tied in games, but it's Keeping It Lemon who were more proactive in that last couple of games, who have been the team that looks to be on top, and they are now up 1-0 in the final game as well. TPS, they're pushing forward. Shane has run out of boost. Will steal it away this time around, so the defense is going to be a struggle for Keeping It Lemon for the next little while. Panda launches it high. Shane with the follow-up, not able to do it, and at the same time, Tomster had rotated all the way back to defense on this one. It allows them to relaunch this attack, but it won't last long. Popped high by Shallow, and Shane just has to reset, recover, with Tomster going back as well.
That bounce! Tomster! That was ridiculous!
Excuse me? Fair enough. That's what you do in the grand finals. That's how you win series, and that's how you win a Game 7. Tomster finds the equaliser with an absolute worldie of a goal.
That was, you know, big players, they perform big things in the biggest moments, but this time around, no quick comeback as a pinch attempt there. That was, if that was any player on a Panda, might have been in a little bit of trouble here, but Tomster, I mean, what a player he has become over this last year or two. He obviously went to Dallas alongside his teammate Shallow on the opposite team to represent Europe in the top tier university competition. Of course, you know, it was an experience for them. It was a great run through the lower bracket, but you know, it's events like that, you know, experience that you get from things like that, you know, it's not a big moment for them anymore. It's just what they're expected to do, what they can do at any given time. And now with 2 minutes left in this game, who's going to be the player to step it up next? Who's going to be able to find that gap in defense? That's a risky overcommit there, but unfortunately Panda couldn't quite find the read. Brilliant 50 against his college teammate, though, unable to find it in the end. And Shark, well, it's looking a little messy in this corner. We saw this happen at the end of the last game, but TPS, like last game, unable to find anything in the end. But they're the ones with boost at the moment. They're the ones looking for the play, looking for the bumps. Tomster off the crossbar. Kiernan now, quick counter-attack opportunity met by Shane. That was a risky bounce in field. Every touch matters so much now. Nobody wants to be the player to make that mistake that costs their teammates the game.
But everyone wants to be the player to make the hero play. It's a tough balance to strike right now. You need to get involved. You need to be the person who can step up and provide the magic, and maybe that player is Shallow, just loses control of the ball a little bit, and Shane was coming too quickly to do anything about it. It is going to be loose in the middle of the pitch, as both teams have slowed the play down a little bit. Both teams are just looking for their opening, hoping that it is their opponents who make a mistake first. or that they can find enough boost and enough time to make something happen. Kieran, met by 2 players, is going to be shut down in the middle of the pitch. Shallow trying to find a teammate. It's loose once again. And there's a lot of space back in this blue half.
Yeah, and it was a risky double commit there now. And both teams, they need to be careful of these counter attacks. You know, it's not the end of the world if it goes to overtime, but it is the end of the world if you completely overcommit and all of a sudden your net's open and it's a 2-on-0 situation. At this level of Rocket League, of course, all these players are SSL. They are the highest level in the game. They're not gonna miss that open up.
That many open nets.
Hopefully not. Anyway.
Final 30 seconds of Game 7 of the Grand Final, and there is nothing to separate these 2 teams. 1-1 the scoreline, and maybe one more moment of magic, one more attack left in this one. The ball is high in the air. It's cleared away from the defense. Shane will launch it back into the middle of the pitch. And with 10 seconds left, surely we're going to overtime here. Surely there is not a regulation time winner, but maybe there is. Tomster looked like he'd done it. He looked like he was underneath, but the ball settles, and we go to overtime in Game 7.
And this is where it gets scary now, because we have no idea when this game is going to end. It could end right here, it could end in 10 minutes. Who's going to make that hero play, or who potentially is going to make that crucial error that's going to cost their team the game? It's been all TPS the last minute of regulation time. Keeping it lemon, they held on well. They need to keep doing so. Either team, all it takes is a quick counter-attack play. All it takes is a pass up to your teammate. Chance here. Pandado able to collect. So calm. It's so important that you do not let nerves get you. Now as Shane, quick shot attempt. Good save in the end from Shark.
Yeah, just rattling off a quick shot hasn't really been the MO for TPS this series. They've been more content to build up, so that shot, I think, nearly caught the defense off guard, just taking it so quickly that time around. But they do manage to save it away, and now it's a chance for Keeping It Lemon to finish it in their favour as they push forward. Shark underneath, it bounces well, Shallow down, saved off the goal line, and TPS stay alive.
Shane with a crucial save there. That's a lovely touch. Kieran met in the end. Shane needs to be very careful here, let his teammates get back. It's a cut and a rotation, and now who's up? It's going to be Shallow against Tomster. Shallow with the shot on net, and Kieran touches it in the end, and it is Keeping It Lemon winning Game 7. Shallow first up to the ball, and Kieran bullies it past Shane, and that is it now.
Keeping It Lemon are your winners of Gamerfest X RLI. On the day, they go 4-2. They win 4 games to Team TPS's 2 games, and that is enough to carry them all the way to the title. Absolutely massive performance from them. As I say, I think they were the more proactive team today, but TPS did a great job of taking their chances when they were provided. It just doesn't turn out to be quite enough chances provided.
And you know what, now I think we should get on the stage now and have a word with the players.
So one of you start with the losing team. Just get a quick, like, how's it feel to play on stage, blah, blah, blah. Then winning team.
Yeah.
And
I'll take losers, you take winners?
There's MVP.
MVP?
Yeah. Shark MVP.
Shark MVP? You agree on that? I agree on that. Any of you two have a preference to interview? One of you is at the top. Tomster, you're talking. You're on up to me. Hello everybody, I am joined by Tomster from TPS. Tomster, commiserations on the loss, but that final game, that was some finish, probably goal of the series. Were you hyped up after that one?
Yeah, sure. Look, going 1-0 down in Game 7, you know, you need something to get you back into it, and that was that. But unfortunately, we came out on the other side of it today. But look, they're a great team, you know, so we knew what to expect from them.
Given the experience that you got in Dallas earlier in the year, how did that experience at all come in today to help you in a series like this? You know, obviously the crowd there was big, a lot of hype there, a lot of top quality teams. Do you feel like that experience overall has sort of helped you come into the events such as this, you know, do you feel like you're a lot calmer now in these sort of events? You know, what's going through your head throughout these games?
Yeah, I suppose when you're playing on a LAN with a stage like this, the only way to be better at playing is, you know, experience from playing on stages like this. You know, when I was over in Dallas, I couldn't believe it, you know, the stage, the people and everything, definitely helped me prepare for this LAN today.
Lovely. And one last question. Have you anything to say to your collegiate teammate or Kieran or Shark over there?
I suppose fair play to the lads. You know, it was a good series. Couldn't really ask for much more. Shallow, congratulations on another LAN win. You know, but other than that, I don't really have much to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Could we get a round of applause, please, for Tomster?
Unfortunate for TPS, they gave it their all. They just come up short on the day, but congratulations to our winners of Gamerfest X RLI team, keeping it lemons. Can we get a round of applause for your winners, everyone? And I am going to ask, who is the team captain for the team? All right. We'll get Rob Kiernan up for a quick chat about how the finals went there, about how the whole event went. Congratulations, how are you feeling?
Feeling good, yeah.
I mean, look, it looked tense the entire way through. Obviously, you lost to these guys in the open qualifiers as well. Was there a bit of nerves then facing them again in the finals here?
Yeah, there was a bit of nerves. There was actually a lot of nerves from the three of the boys, me and the two other boys. There was actually a lot of nerves, to be fair, but we pulled through in the end. We had the ice in Game 7 overtime, so that's it.
I mean, makes sense. As you say, the ice in the Game 7 overtime. Probably weren't that happy about it, having to go to the overtime. Were things kind of ramping up then when Tomster got that goal in? Were you starting to feel like maybe things were slipping away?
No, not really. We kept ahead and we knew we were better, but they're obviously a great team, but we knew we were better, so we just kept cool. We knew we were going to win it in Game 7 overtime, so that's what we did.
Just make sure that you win. Know that you're going to win and go and do it. It's as easy as that. I suppose I'm running out of questions here, really. Just delighted to see you guys manage to show up on the stage. Performed incredibly well over the course of this series. Is there anything you think could have gone better? Anything that you think over the course of that series you would have liked to improve on? And is this team going to be sticking together to see that improvement in the future?
I don't think the team will stick. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but at the end of the day, it was a good win from us. That's it.
Yeah. Congratulations again, and I do have to announce that we do have an MVP for our finals here as well. Unfortunately, Rob, it's not you. Shark, congratulations, you are our finals MVP. Do you want to hop up over here? And I don't have anything to hand you, unfortunately, but congratulations. Incredibly well played. Obviously, you're coming in as the youngest player in the series. How were, first of all, the nerves for you? I mean, is this your first time playing on LAN?
I played Comic-Con there like 2 months ago. That was my first one. I was against Kieran and Shallow and Panda on that one, and got second in that. So it was nice to play with them, but when the nerves were a lot of nerves going into it. So like, I'm happy we won though.
No, absolutely. And I mean, look, you've got the MVP. You put up a massive performance there. You were big in front of net, but it felt like you were a large part of actually stabilizing the defense for the team as well when it needed it. Was that kind of something you were aware of at times? They were scoring a lot of counter-attacking goals on you and you were kind of trying to get back and stabilize?
No, I was just doing my own thing, like the most random stuff. So yeah, that's it.
No, fair enough. And is there anything else, Shark, then you'd like to say here at the end of this event, having won, being the champion at Gamerfest?
Well played, everyone. Like, it was a good bit of crack. Like, yeah.
That's it. Once again, round of applause for your winners here at Gamerfest. Team keeping it lemons. And that is going to do it for us here with the Rocket League, and that's going to do it for the esports for a little while. I do believe later on, back on this stage, there is CSGO this afternoon at about 2 p.m. Probably. Thumbs up from over there. So come back at about 2 p.m. There will be CSGO. In the meantime, go off, enjoy Gamerfest, and have fun.